Gedelich. Let's be Mamshech. More Mishnayos, more Chumash, more Gemara, and you will be a Messiah. Mazel tov to all the Mishtatvim of Masmidei Siyum from the whole entire world.
Boys, stay tuned as details for the next part of the Masmidei Siyum program will be forthcoming very soon. Mazel tov and keep on steigen.
We will now make a siyum on Shisha Sidrei Mishnah on behalf of the more than 40,000 Masmidei Siyum who collectively completed over 3.5 million Mishnayos. It is our zechus to ask Rabbi Nassim Sherman, General Editor of ArtScroll, to teach the final Mishnah to our Tinoikos Shel Beis Rabbon.
Welcome to the Siyum. You here on the dais and you around us, you are representing hundreds of thousands of Bochrim all over the world who learned millions of Mishnayos. Let's now learn the last Mishnah in Masechta Uksin and make the Siyum Mishnayos. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi said, Osid HaKadosh Baruch Hu L'hanchil l'chol tzadik v'tzadik, HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the future, Olam Haba, will give every single tzadik, and that means you, every single tzadik, shlosh me'es v'asora oilomos, 310 worlds. Shneimar, as the pasuk says, L'hanchil oihav ha'yesh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, for those who love me, I have something very valuable, and I will fill up their storehouses. The word yesh equals 310. Now, what does that mean? 310 worlds? How many worlds can there be? Here's what it means. Bachram, you know, all of you are looking forward to a bar mitzvah. A year and 2 years. Imagine how happy you'll be the first time you put on tefillin. At the bar mitzvah, you'll be dancing with your friends. They'll be picking you up on a chair. You'll be overjoyed. When you get your first kova, your borsolino, your summit to Kapelish, your 10-speed bike, imagine the joy that you'll feel. And how long will you feel it? Minutes, hours, a few days. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give you something that's 310 times as much, and it lasts forever. Let's continue the Mishnah. Omer Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi says, Osed HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Nope. Omer Reb Shimon ben Chalafta. Lemotza HaKadosh Baruch Hu kli machzik bracha liYisrael. HaKadosh Baruch Hu could not find a keli, a vessel that would carry bracha for Klal Yisrael, Ela Hasholem, only peace. That's it. When there's peace, all the brachas can be contained and remain. Shenemar, as the pasuk says, Hashem oiz li'amo yitain. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give strength to his people, strength to Klal Yisrael. Hashem yivorech es amoy b'sholem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will bless his people with peace. The Vilna Gaon says a mashal to explain this Mishnah. I'm holding here a little barrel. A barrel, the Gaon says, is made of many, many slats, pieces of wood. They're put together, bands are put around them to hold them together. You ever see good bottles of whiskey? 12 years old, 18 years old, 25 years old. They put that whiskey in a barrel like this, a lot bigger than this. They put it in the barrel and it ages. And the longer it stays there, the better it is. And the Gaon explains, what if you have a barrel that has a leak? 2 drops a day. And after 25 years, you open it up and you want to get that marvelous, awesome whiskey, and the barrel is empty. The barrel is empty because a few drops a day dripped out. That's what the Mishnah means when it says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu has a keli, a vessel that has bracha for Klal Yisrael. You want to see what that vessel is? Look around. Look around. Tens of thousands of Yidden here in Barclay Center, all over the world, listening to us. And why are we here? To give it to the Torah, cover to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachrim, you made a Siyum of the Mishnah. You made an enormous Kiddush Hashem. Mazel tov Rabbeinu Shalom. Mazel tov to your parents. Mazel tov to you. Keep it up and keep on making Siyumim. Mazel tov.
As we are about to start the Hadran, we proudly invite and request all assembled children to stand as proud Masmidei Hasiyum. It is our zechus to ask Harav Chaim Ben Olil, Rosh HaYeshiva, Yeshivas Mikdash Melech, to recite the Hadran on Mishnayos, to be followed by Kaddish.
והדרך עלן, דעתן הלך סירי טהורות בשיטת סירי משנה ודעתך עלן. לה נתנשם מנך סדר טהורות, שיטת סירי משנה, ולה תתנשם מנן, לה בעלמא הדין ולה בעלמא דעתה. הדרן הלך סדר טהורות בשיטת סירי משנה, והדרך עלן, דעתן הלך סירי טהורות בשיטת סירי משנה ודעתך עלן, לה נתנשם מנך סדר טהורות בשיטת סירי משנה, ולה תתנשם מנן, לה בעלמא הדין ולה בעלמא דעתה. הדרן הלך סדר טהורות בשיטת סירי משנה, והדרך עלן, דעתן הלך סדר טהורות בשיטת סירי משנה ודעתך עלן. לה נתנשם מנך סדר טהורות בשיטת סירי משנה, ולה תתנשם מנן, לה בעלמא הדין ולה בעלמא דעתה. הערב לה אדוני אלוהינו ודברי תורתך בפינו ובפי עמך בן ישראל, ונהיה כולנו אנחנו וצאצאינו וצאצאי צאצאינו וצאצאי עמך בישראל, כולנו יודעי שמך ולומדי תורתך לשמה, מאויבי תחכמני מצוותיך כי לעולם היא לי, יהי ליבי תמים בחוקיך למען לא אבוש, לעולם לא אשכח פיקודיך כי בם חייתני, ברוך אתה אדוני למדני חוקיך, אמן 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 סלע ועד. מודים אנחנו לפניך אדוני אלוהינו ולאבותינו, ששמת חלקנו מיושבי בית המקדש ולא שמת חלקנו מיושבי קרנות, שאנו משכימים והם משכימים, אנו משכימים לדברי תורה והם משכימים לדברים בטלים, אנו עמלים והם עמלים, אנו עמלים ומקבלים שכר והם עמלים ואינם מקבלים שכר, אנו רצים והם רצים, אנו רצים לחיי העולם הבא והם רצים לבאר שחת, שנאמר ואתה אלוהים תורידם לבאר שחת אנשי דמים ומרמה לא יחצו ימיהם ואני אבטח בך. יהי רצון לפניך אדוני אלוהינו ולאבותינו, כשם שעזרתנו לסיים סדר טהורות בשיטת סדרי משנה, כן תעזרנו להתחיל סדרים עמם, ללמוד למד מתוך הרחבה, לשמור ולעשות ולקיים כל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה, וזכות כל התנאים ותלמידי חכמים הנזכרים בסדר קדשים וכל הספרים בשישה שירי מילה שלמדנו, יעמוד לנו זרענו זרע זרענו, שלא תמוש התורה הקדושה מפינו ומפי זרענו זרע זרענו, מעתה ועד עולם, ויקוים בנו מכך שכתוב, בהתהלכך תנחה אותך, ושוכבך תשמור עליך, וקיצות ההיא תשיחך, כי וירבו ימיך ויוסיפו לך שנות חיים, אורך ימים במינה בשמאלה עושר וכבוד, אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך לעמו בשלום.
Please rise for Kaddish.
Iskadash ve'rabo, Nobadihu osi lischadosо, ulchayom esayo, ולעסוקו יוסוין לחיי עולמו ולמבנה קרתו דירושלה ולשחלו לו איכלי וגבו ולמקה פולחונו נוכרו מן ערו לעשובו פולחונו דשמיו לעשרי וימליך קדוש בריחו במלכוסי ביקורת לצמח בוקוני וקורי משיחי בחיי חוין וביומי חוין ובחיי דכל בית ישראל והגולו בזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבו מבורך לעולם ומעל היום. יזבורך וישתבח ויספואר וישומם ויסנשא ויסדור ויסעלה ויסעלול שמי דקודשו בריחו לאלו מן כל ביחוסו ושירוסו תשבחוסו ונחמוסו לאמירון בעולמו ואמרו אמן. על ישראל ועל רבנון ועל תלמידי הוין ועל כל תלמידי הוין ועל כל מאן דעוסקים ברייסו די בעשרו הדין ודי בכל עשר ועשר יהי לעוין לכל שלמה רבו חינו וחידו ורחמים וחיים אריכין זוני רביחי ופולקונו מנעו בשמעיו דרב אמן. יהי שלמה רבו מן שמעיו וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל במרו אמן. ויעשה שלום עמנו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל במרו אמן.
We ask everyone to join along in singing this special tefillah on behalf of all children at this tremendous Eis Ratzon.
If I hear my soul, you're wrong. But I know and I see
Every yachid must maintain in his program of daily activities, just like he eats and sleeps and walks the street and breathes fresh air. Every yachid must learn Torah. This is Kihem Chayenu V'Erech Yameinu in its simplest meaning and its profound message.
Someone that does have Kviyasita in Torah, what Torah does, meet the Pirkei Avos, Torah gives Chayim, Torah gives Oisha, it's Chayim Ilam Achazikim Bo. Torah has all the brachas of the world.
Learn and see, then you appreciate you're part of it. That's what everybody should be part of Torah. Should be part of Torah and become different.
From the beginning of Sheish Timei Breishis till today, the Kiyum Olam is because of Torah. B'shvil HaTorah shenikaraishis. It's not only Kiyum Olam, the Kiyum V'yid Ba'olam, the chiyus of the whole world is the Bar Olam. And connecting with the Bar Olam is only one way to connect with HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Rashi in his commentary on Chumash quotes from the Torah, "After Hashem Alakecha," you say every day, twice a day in Kriya Shema. How does one develop a love? By learning Torah. By learning Torah, we come closer. We get to understand a little bit, Derech Mashal, what the Rebbeinu Shalom is all about. And in Metlife, if you know something about him, it's shaykh to fall in love with him.
Kudei Hashem Yesharim Mesamchei. Like there's nothing that can make a person more happier than that blood Gemara.
The Torah hat zwei Tachlis. Ein Tachlis is Lohoirois. Torah is allusion Lohoirois. It's a vase. Noch mit du a Chayre Torah. Limit der Torah, der Kesher mit dem Eibischten allein, der Jid mit dem Eibischten wird connected. Der Torah ist ein Adapter. Der Torah ist der Eibischte. Wenn ein Jid lernt der Torah, ist Mechiber, Mekisher, and Duvet zum Eibischten. Becomes one.
If it can't be Daf Yomi, then it can still be in a Masechta that we learn, as many thousands have done in the Chavayasi, to celebrate together with the Messiah Daf Yomi.
To think that Siyum in such a short period of time has changed the lives of thousands and thousands of people across the globe, finishing Masechtas and Shas collectively.
There are people who for years have never learned Gemara. Thought it was impossible. They're learning Gemara again. They're doing it and they're enjoying it. They're taking on their people coming back and saying, I want more daf. I want to be able to do more.
I've watched the Balabatim in the shul that joined the Daf Yomi, Siyum, or any other learning program. The difference that it's made to them and their families have been life-changing.
This is what the Siyum Hashas can generate. An Avos HaTorah, a Sugas HaTorah, by every single Yid.
more than anything else, the gathering of all these Yidden to come together and remind ourselves that the ikar of the Bria is that we started Hafsina. Let's remind ourselves what we're about. There's nothing else that counts. Not for us, not for our kids, not for our grandparents, not for our grandchildren.
Everyone, therefore, inspired by this event of Li'ayin Ha'az, so many Jews coming together to celebrate the Siyum, the learning of Torah Sheba'al Peh, should undertake himself to be Kaveh Yitim Torah, to make time for himself, to learn every single day at a particular time, so that he can contribute to the connection which the Jewish people has with HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We respectfully request everyone please find your seats. It is now our zechus to be mechabed Reb Aaron Schiff, Moreh D'Asra Machzikei Hadas, and Chief Rabbi of Antwerp, to address the Siyum. Es ist a groß Covid in Schis jetzt mechabed zu sein Hagoen Reb Aaron Schiff Schlitte, Goen auf based in Antwerpen, zu adressen dem Siyum.
The gathering of the heads of the nation, with Rishus of all the leaders and teachers of Torah, rabbis, Rosh Hashivas, with the gathering of all the heads. We're gathering by this Siyum together with the Tanam and Amoram, Rishonim, Rashi, Tosfos. To see, look at this great gathering of people, precious people. What gathered them together? What brought them together? Amid Chachamim, workers, Litvish. What is the power that united them? The Gemara in Bracha says, Ben Zayman said when he saw the gathering on the Harabayas, it was a great gathering on Harabayas, like the base of Mikdash. He said, Baruch Chacham Harazim. Blessed is the wise of the secrets. And his wondering was, who unites them? He sees everybody is standing there with a great purpose, So Rashi explains that Hashem knows what's in the heart of all of them. That's what's uniting them. The desire in their heart, in every Jew, has a fire in him that comes out in these opportunities, that people come to be joyous with the joy of Hashem. The gathering today that we have gathered, not for eating, not for drinking, all just to join with Hashem. Hashem is our God and a great covet for Torah. This calls out, this tells everyone, Baruch Chacham Aruzim, that Hashem knows what's in the hearts of all of these. The truth is, the Daf HaYomi, which Lubliner Rebbe inaugurated, and the Aguda spread it all over. I can't believe that the Lubliner Rebbe would have realized that will come a time, 100 years later, 100,000 Jews more and more that are finishing Shas and join in the learning of Daf Yomi. The Daf Yomi symbolized the unity. Every Jew with the Torah, every Jew within the time to another one, that they should be able to speak in the same portion of Torah. It could be that the Lubliner Rebbe took his source from the Gemara in Seif Saita. What does the world stand upon? What is the world's power to exist? The Gemara says, the Kodesh, Kodesh, Kodesh that we say, that the Chachamim Haramei Oret say, Rashi says that because they learn to every day together, this is precious to Hashem. The Lubliner Rebbe with the Imre Emes and the Charkva and other holy rabbis saw the Gemara in the Ikvis and the Mashiach at the end of Masechta Saita. How will the world exist at the end of time? So it must be the Torah that everyone learns together. This gives the power to be able to withstand the difficulties that we go through. How meritorious is our portion, all of those who are being Messiah. So meritorious with all the Masechtas that we spoke about. Somebody who learns a Masechta inherits that Masechta, inherits worlds, complete worlds. But precious Jews, we're not talking about worlds of Olam Haba, which we can't see or understand. We're talking about this world. Live in this life, a life that is through Torah is a different life. It's a life that's worth living. I'll tell you a story about somebody in America. It could be actually here between us. A lot know of him. Rav David Weiss. Ram David Weiss. Hashem should send him a refuah shalem quickly. This Rav Ram David, unfortunately, many years before, the doctor said he has the sickness ALS, which affects all of his nerves and muscles. He became weaker and weaker, unfortunately. The only thing that was left is movement of his eyes, that through a computer, looking at his pupils, he can connect with everyone and communicate. And his Rebbetzin told me that many years before he had a tremendous infection. According to all his difficulties, there was no way to take care of him, only in Columbia Hospital, and a great professor, doctor there, unfortunately a Jew who was lost from the Torah, was taking care of him. They connected him to all of the machines and computers to take care of him. And the doctor used to visit him every day. And the doctor came with 10, 20 students that came to study and learn from this doctor. One day, he goes in the fourth week. He said, all the students, please go out. I want to stay myself with Rabbi Weiss. So Rabbi Weiss, with his wife and the doctor, the doctor came to Rabbi Weiss and says, Rabbi Weiss, I want to ask you something. You see me, I am an educated, world-renowned physician. They come from all over the world. I have wealth. I have a beautiful house, a large house, a car of most luxurious, 2 children, great lawyers, and have the greatest enjoyable vacations. But I feel an emptiness in my life. I don't feel happy with my life. I come into you, and the doctor says, you're like a dead person. You can't live. And every day you have your smile on your face, and you're so happy with your life. How do you do that? And the Rebbitzin said her husband wants the answer. She brought his computer there. He told the professor through the computer, I can't explain it to you. I don't have wealth. I don't have cars. I don't have anything but the Daf Yomi that I learn every day that gives me life, happiness, wealth. If you didn't taste it, you can't feel it, you can't understand it. You could be the greatest professor with all of the physical enjoyments. I'm not talking about the life, enjoying life. Enjoying life really is only according to Torah. The Torah Zohar says in Even Ezra, a Bas Talmud Chacham is someone who takes a Talmud Chacham because she understands that she's taking Olam Haba and she's giving up this world. No, a Bas Talmud Chacham really is someone, she wants to live a life in this world, a Torah life in this world. That's a real life of enjoyment in this world. That's what gives happiness. How happy we should be after all of these Blat Gemara. Besides the Olam Haba that for sure will come, but you get the life in this world of enjoying the spiritual enjoyment in this world, and how great is our portion together in this great gathering of Kavod Torah. It's unbelievable. 90,000 Jews in their festival that are wasting their time. We gather together to be joyful and be happy with the ending, the Siyum of the Hashas, the honor for Torah. This is the keeps the Jewish nation. This keeps us for the future. The Gemara in Megillah says that Kavod Torah of an individual is more than teaching many. And here is Kavod Torah of thousands of Jews that finished Shas. The Kavod Torah is without measure. We see Abaya, he was a Rosh Hashiva. He said, bring me a rabbi that finished a Masechta, I'll make a Yom Tov, a celebration. The Gemara in Eruvin says that he didn't have bread to make the Shita of Mavois, to gather the people in the Mavi. But when it came a Siyum, he did whatever to make a Yom Tov. Rav Kreisworth, my uncle, learned in Yeshiva Chachmei Lublin, and he heard many times in lectures from the Lubliner rabbi. The main thing was Kavod Torah and Habas HaTorah. It cannot separate. Rav Kreisworth said, the Chavina Rav said, during the war in Bukhara, he met a rabbi, and the rabbi asked, what is this great anger? Rav Kreisworth said, because there's no honor of Torah. If there's no honor of Torah, the Torah can't keep. But our gathering here, our great gathering, you can't imagine the great power that it has here and in heaven. But much more than that, our inheritance, this great gathering of honor of Torah. Today, we know there's a tremendous distress. All of the Mechanchen and Gedolim and parents are busy with the problem of the chinuch of the children. There isn't a house that doesn't have problem with children, unfortunately. And the Gzeira, the decree about Jewish chinuch that they're trying to disturb. Our message of this Kabbalah Torah gives our children an understanding of the power and the value of Torah more than anything else. And the Chinuch says, by Hakel, the gathering, the children asked, what's this whole parade, a gathering of Hakel? They told them it's Torah. It brought into the children the preciousness of Torah. Children see Ahavas Torah, the Kabbalah Torah. It's the greatest thing for children to see. The Gemara in Brachas says, the people in Masa Machasya, they have great hearts. The Gemara says, 2 times a year, they see the gathering for Torah, and they don't react to it. The Gemara says, the Kabbalah Torah, even the Goyim should be affected in their heart, in their mind. They should be Megayer. How come the people in Mos Machasi are not Megayer? Of course, here, the Jews sitting in the cold weather, and the elders, the young ones, everyone is here for the Kabbalah Torah. It's the greatest message for our children, the greatest advice for the chinuch of children, the truth of the power of Daf Yomi. Ramaya Shapiro's power is a story. Lubuna Rebbe, when he was a child, his mother had a malamed, and he saw his mother crying one day. The mother said, why are you crying? The mother said, the private teacher went somewhere else because he got a better pay. So he told his mother, why are you crying? Nothing will happen. Tomorrow we'll get another malamed. The mother said, no, I'm not crying about tomorrow. I'm crying about today. Rabbi Shapiro came to understand from his mother that every day you must have Torah. Daf Yomi says a connection, creates a connection. That every day, the Shloah Kaddish says that if a Jew doesn't learn Torah that day, it's like he didn't put tefillin that day. What more do we need? That the Gemara says, if a person lives with every day to fill up that day with Torah, the Gemara at the end of Bracha says, Rabbi Yehuda, who was the chief speaker, he spoke about the honor of Torah. Today, and when it says Haskeh D'Shema Yisrael Hayom Hazeh Yes La'am, after 40 days in the wilderness, today wasn't given the Torah, but actually the Gemara says every day it's as if it's given from Sinai. Reb Chaim Bar Chia said that a person who reads Kriya Shema every morning and night, and one night he didn't say Kriya Shema, it's as if he never read Kriya Shema. What do we see from here? That Kabbalah Torah can't be only every day. That's the power of Daf Yomi. And Baruch Hashem, Agodas Yisrael, that spreads out the Daf Yomi. And this opportunity that we are standing here, the gates of heaven are open. You see that weeks ago, the Hashem helped us. They thought there would be tons of snow. You see, Hashem helped us. Hashem gave us such a beautiful day. The first Belzer Rebbe said that we say Yehirutzen about our brothers. We say Yehirutzen after laning, but not by Achenem Bnei Yisrael. We don't have to say Yehirutzen because it doesn't matter. When we're talking about our fellow Jews and all sorts of Jews, Talmidei Chacham and regular Jews, it's a great Eis Ratzon, this gathering. We should ask about our children, our children's children. We should ask the prayer they should all be able to learn the Holy Torah, the Lishma. We should all be Zaycha by the next Siyum Hashas, that our hearts should get the fulfillment of what they desire of Torah, and with Mashiach Tzidkenu. Amen. Ken Yeratzon.
We will now have the kavod to hear divrei bracha from Moron Sar HaTorah, Rav Goyen Reb Chaim Kanievsky Shlita.
מאמריקה עכשיו, את הסיום הש"ס, דף היומי. עכשיו, אז רוצים שאתה תשתתף איתם, אז אני אשים את הסיום גם פה. עדו, תנאי כעס לי כאן עושה הנידה. עדו עושה הסנידה ועדו חלון. תאיתנו לא עושה הסנידה ועדו תאית החלון. וניתן שם לא עושה הסנידה סיסו שמנו לבעה ודין ובעם דוסי. אמן.
وسكوا حياهم من الطاقين ما سلموا بغروا من قرب ومن وشبع بعض الجمال
יש עכשיו אלפי יהודים שסיימו את הש"ס, מאות אלפי יהודים. הם שואלים מה הסבא מברך אותם לכבוד שהם סיימו את הש"ס. רוצים גם ברוכה, שיהיה לנו הצלחה ברוחנית וגשמית.
Moran Reb Chaim has sent a letter to all those gathered here today. The letter will be read by Harav Ruvain Feinstein Shlita, Rosh HaYeshiva, Yeshiva Staten Island.
Kisvei, Abaya says, I have credit because when I see a young Talmid Chacham who finishes a Masechta, I make a special holiday, a Yom Tov, for all the Rabbanim. What it's explained here in this Gemara, that on the day that one person finished a Masechta, on that day it was a Yom Tov. So if one Talmid Chacham finishes a Masechta and it's a Yom Tov for the entire yeshiva, certainly if one finishes all of Shas, and especially if thousands and thousands of Yidden from all different levels, Talmidei Chachamim, great Talmidei Chachamim, also hard-working men who are trying to make a living, and they finish every day a daf until they finish all of Shas, tens of thousands of Yidden all over the world, who through lectures founded by Agudas Yisrael, they learn one daf and another daf, because they keep a consistent establishment of times till they're in Torah. That is one of the first questions that a person is asked after 120 years in the world to come. The Chavetz Chaim in Mishnah Brura, he was very strict about this, and he said that we are zeiche, right now we are zeiche to stand in a great big holiday. It's certainly a Yom Tov in all the upper spheres and with the worlds down here, and we hope and we daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that those who are learning Daf Yomi should multiply. Thousands of times more people should learn Daf Yomi, and the world should be full of knowledge, intimate knowledge of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And certainly through those who learn one daf and another daf, and review the daf, and sharpen their understanding of the daf, in the end, all the learners will know all of Torah Be'ezer Hashem. And it says in the Medrash Hashirim that the foolish person says, how could one learn the whole Torah? The Zikin is 30 chapters, Caleb is 30 chapters, but the wise person says, I will learn 2 laws today, I will learn 2 laws tomorrow, until I cover the entire Torah. Let it be the will that we should be zeicha to know the entire Torah, and I bench all those who learn Daf Yomi who begin and end, and all those who help. Should Emetz Hashem be zeicha to be successful in spiritually and physically.
So most people learn it to mean I go over to a cow And it will also speak over the head, man, it will also give you a book, and don't treat it, maybe Mikuyim. I told to the head to the head, don't say, wow, what are you asking me for bracha for? What's it going to help? So I'm telling you, you don't know who can catch the keches of the bracha. So the head should give a bracha like he means it with all his keches. And that's the bracha I want to give you. Everybody hits some parts that's hard to understand. But we know that Yagaiti Matzosi Tamin, Yagaiti Matzosi Al Tamin. And it means that person usually we back off after 2-3 times. We don't understand. I'll never understand it. I played this Talmud, took 400 times, and he kept trying and trying because it was not considered he tried enough. And that's the point that we have. The Menishim should be everybody with their trying, with the emissary trying to reach understanding. Thank you. Be well.
Mr. Mendy Rosenberg is a name that not everyone here knows, but they should. If we are gathered here today to celebrate the fierce determination and tremendous accomplishment of finishing all of Shas, then perhaps we should learn his name to understand what true, unadulterated Mesirut Nefesh looks like. 7.5 years ago, in this very spot, a man sat here, witnessing the committed achievement of the Mesayimim, the finishers of the entire Talmud Bavli, and he was blown away, just like the rest of us. But Mendy is not like the rest of us. You see, Mendy has ALS, a relentless and irreversible disease. It shuts the body down muscle by muscle until one is completely paralyzed, frozen. The last things ALS patients can control are their minds and their eyes. At the Siyum in 2012, Mendy was 3 years into a disease that has a life expectancy of 4 years. Yet Mendy resolutely decided, ALS or not, that next Siyum, he would not be here as an observer, but as a champion. Mendy left with a plan. But 6 months later, Mendy was frozen, unable to move, eat, or even breathe on his own. How could he possibly reach his goal now? Most people would give in or give up, but not Mendy. His mind and his eyes still worked, and that would have to be enough. Yeshuat Hashem keheref ayin. The salvation of Hashem comes in the blink of an eye, literally. Mendy got a specialized computer system that tracks his every eye movement. Using just his eyes, he argues with his chavruta, navigates Torah websites online, finishes the daf multiple times daily. He studies Torah morning to night. Ubahem nehege yomam valayla. Whatever it takes. His tzadeket of Malki is sure that the zechut of his daf learning is what keeps him going. And I think we all agree with her. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yamenu. Torah is our life and the length of our days. It has been 2,711 days since that day, and Mendy has not missed a single day. Today, Mendy has finished Shas. If he made it, what is our excuse? If we put our heart and minds into it, what could we achieve? Whatever it takes. What are you leaving today with? Mendy, I'm going to ask 100,000 people here today and the 1 million people tuning in around the world to say a hearty amen to the following barakah. Kishem she'azarto v'sayem Talmud Bavli. Just as you have helped him finish all of Shas, Ken ta'azreu להתחיל מסכתות וספרים אחרים ולסיימם. Thank you for the zechus. Thank you for the chizuk, Rav Mendy, and mazel tov to the entire Rosenberg family.
Rav Meir Zlotowitz, Zechroin Levrocha, opened up Shas to so many. And through the Schottenstein Talmud, thousands upon thousands have joined the Daf Yomi family.
The completion of the Schottenstein Shas in our day is a historic milestone. A sign, I believe, from Providence that Torah can and will be advanced be'ezras Hashem on all frontiers of Jewish life.
And to be part of something that's being used everywhere, it's the greatest investment I've ever been involved, my family's ever been involved in.
The Hatzlacha of Daf Yomi is because there was art scroll. That's clear as day to anyone who's an honest person knows that without art scroll, Daf Yomi would not have achieved the popularity that it did.
God gives us all opportunities. And if we answer those opportunities, he'll give us more opportunities. So the key is we have to keep our eyes open, our ears open for those opportunities.
Rebbe Shapiro changed the world. Sarah Shanira changed the world. But every Jew is an Olam Koti. A whole world, miniature world, but a whole world. And we can all make a difference. A Rebbe, a Mora, and a class. The individual student who needs encouragement and arm around the shoulder. A mother, her family. An honest businessman making a Kiddush Hashem. There are opportunities, always. We have to seize those opportunities and change worlds.
After the Second World War, Rav Aaron Paperman, a former Talmud of Tells, a chaplain with the United States Army to go to the DP camp to be able to help hundreds of people who never came out of the concentration camps. People would ask him for clothing. They would ask him for medications. One afternoon, a man, Yaakov Hirsch Seeger, came and said, "Chaplain, could you please get me a comma?" And Rabbi Paperman said, "A what?" And Yaakov Hirsch said to him, "Chaplain, you never heard of a Bava Kama?" And of course I know of the Gemara Bava Kama. But I'm here to rehabilitate people. People ask me about medications or clothing that they might need. He said, "Chaplain, 4 years ago, I was in my kitchen in Hungary and I was learning a Gemara. And the Nazis, Yamach Shimon, they took me away. I haven't seen a Gemara in 4 years. I need a Gemara. I want to see those letters. I want to learn a Mishnah. I want to learn a Brisa. I want to hold a Masechta in my hand. Please, chaplain, if you can only get me a Gemara." In a few moments, we are going to be Messiah Shas with this Gemara. This precious Gemara is one of the only ones that's left from the DP camps. By making a Siyum, Hashas, with this Gemara, we make a bridge to the difficult past, but we also make a commitment to the future.
Please welcome Rabbi Zev Paperman, son of U.S. Army Major Chaplain Aaron Paperman, as well as Reb Chaim Seeger, son of Reb Yaakov Hirsch Seeger, who will present a Gemara Nida printed in the DP camps by the United States of America government to Harav Shmuel Kamenetsky Shlita. At this moment, we would like to honor all the Messiah Hashas. We ask all the Messiahim to rise so that we may recognize your accomplishment. It is our zechus to be mechabed Harav Shmuel Kamenetsky, Rosh HaYeshiva of the Philadelphia Yeshiva, and Chaver Moyetzes Gedolei HaTorah to make the Siyum Hashas on the 13th Machzor of Daf Hayomi.
Kvoid Rabbanim HaGeonim from alle Schichten von Klal Yisrael is here. Chassidim, Misnagdim, we're all in the same Torah. We live in the same Torah. It's really a schus to be Messiah, the Mniah. But at the same time, we have to think, when we Messiah Torah, we Messiah Torah on Simchas Torah, we finish the Zeis HaBrocha. But yet, before we come to Musaf, we are not only, that's not enough. We start from Bereshis, and we go to the Parsha from Brias HaOlam. The Shaila is, Mafter is supposed to be after the Parsha that you learn. What does it have to do that you bring in? And the Kaddish is said later. The Kaddish is said after we speak of Brias HaOlam. It seems that in order to understand what it means as Siyum HaTorah, so we have to go back to the Haskalah. Where does it come from? Where does the Torah begin? And without the understanding and starting Torah anew, we are not mekayim the mitzvah. We're not fulfilling the mitzvah. We finish Zeis HaBrocha. What else do we need? The Siyum is on Zeis HaBrocha. It seems that the Siyum is not of Zeis HaBrocha. The Siyum is Haskalah from Bereshis. That's the Siyum. So we have to understand, everybody who finished Shas have to realize that without a new beginning, with a new bren, we should go into Shas further, we must start anew. So the Siyum is actually not the end. A Siyum is only a beginning. It's the beginning of a new Haskalah. That's what it is. And the greatest simcha is, this is the greatest simcha. The greatest simcha is that we are maschil Torah from the Sinai. We are happy to see that when we're finished, we are not finished. Finished is only a beginning for the new one. We're going again and again and again. That's Torah. Torah expects us to come back and come back. My bracha is, we should be zeicher for many years to be able to learn Torah and learn again and again. I really have to thank Rabbi Goin that he gave me the opportunity to be Messiah. He probably knows who I mean, but I have to say it out loud. I have to thank him for giving me that opportunity. Rav David, Goin Rav David, He gave up. He was supposed to mug the Siyum, and he gave me the Siyum. So I want to thank him, Rabbi. We have to understand that giving up a COVID is not an easy thing. Maybe we didn't practice it, but it is not easy. And I really appreciate Agoyer Reb David for giving me the opportunity to make the Siyum. And now we will say the Siyum. Tonet Ve'Eliyahu learned, Kol hashayne halachos b'chol yoyim. If you learn halachos every day, muftach lo yishu olam haba. He's batuach to get olam haba. Because you learn every day halacha. Shenemar alichas olam loy, al tikhe alichos el halachos. That we thank the Rebbeinu Shalom that he gave us a siyum to tell us that we're accepting anew again. That's what we have to be. The Hadran will say the Hadran. Hadran Aloch, Mesichas Nida, the Talmud Babli, Hadran Aloch, Daitan Aloch, Mesichas Nida, the Talmud Babli. The Daitan Aloch, we will not forget. It means we have to remember that Mesichas Nida v'Talmud Babli v'lon tisnasha mino loy ba'alma adein v'loy ba'alma du'asi yirotzanu fanecha adonai Eloheinu v'leha b'eseinu shetehei teroscha umnoseinu should be our umnus l'olam hazeh v'seyimonu l'olam haba. Chanina bar-Popper, Rome bar-Popper, Nachman bar-Popper, Achoy bar-Popper, Abamore bar-Popper, Rafon bar-Popper, Rochish bar-Popper, Murcha bar-Popper, Ada bar-Popper, Dor bar-Popper. Popper was Zeche, he was a Godel Ador, and he was Zeche to 10 sons. Everyone was a Godel B'Torah. And that's why we remember him. Because we want to learn from them that they never gave up. Adon Aloch, we come back to. Harabno Adonai Eloheinu es divrei saroscha b'finu, v'pi samcho beis Yisrael v'niyeh anachnu v'tzeseinu v'tzeseinu amcho beis Yisrael kolonu yidei shmecha v'lemdei sarosecha lishmo v'oivet hachakmeini v'sveisecho k'lo'olom hi. Yili b'some b'chukecho l'man lo eivosh l'olam lo eshka pikodecho kib'om chi yisoni Baruch atah Adonai lamdeinu chukecho Amen, Amen, Amen. Celebrate. Moedem anachnu loch Adonai Eloheinu v'leha v'seinu shesamta cholkeinu miyosha beis hamedrash v'samta cholkeinu miyosha v'konos she'onu mashkimim והם משכימים. אנו משכימים לדברי תורה, והם משכימים לדברים פתלים. אנו המלים והם המלים. אנו המלים מקבל שכר, והם המלים ואין מקבל שכר. אנו רוצים והם רוצים. אנו רוצים לחיל המבוא, והם רוצים לבאר שחס. שנאמר ואת עלים ידינו לבאר שחס. אנשי דומים ומירמו, ויחוצי לבאר, ואני אפתח בוך. ירוצנו לפניך אדוני אלוהי ולהבי. כשם שעזרתני לציין בשיחס נידה, בתלמוד בבלי, כן תעזרני לעסקו בשיחס אחרס, בספורים אחרים, ולא ילמד אלומים, ללמד ולמד לעשס אלוקיים, אז כל דברי תלמוד תרסך באבו. וסחוס כל התנועים והמרואים, ותלמיד החכמים, יעמד לי, לזרי לכולנו, שלא יתומש ברוסך מפינו, בכל העולם, בזרי וזרע זרי, עד עולם. ותזכיים בון. Bisalecho, Tancho Isoni, Isach, Sharvenu, Tishmar Alecha, Nakatsaisi Itzechecha, Kivi Yirba Yamecha, Yisipula, Lacha Shnois Chaim, Berech Yome Bimino, Ismaila Oisha Bechavait. Adnoy Islam Oyitain, Adnoy Bareches Amay Bashalai.
The Siyum Kaddish will be recited by Mr. J. Schottenstein in memory of his father, Yaakov Meir Chaim ben Eliezer HaKohen. Mr. J. Schottenstein.
Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei rabah. V'alma dihu asilik hadosah l'chayom mesayah u'asaka l'ashon l'chayomah. Livnei kartod rishleim v'shakalalil hechlei b'gavah b'chona nikra'ah me'arah v'la'asava b'chona l'shmaya la'asrei. V'amlik u'dashah b'richu machusei v'korei. V'chayechon u'v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol beis Yisrael v'galah b'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabam v'rach li'olam v'mei amaya. Yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yispa'ar v'yisraman v'yisnaseh. V'yisabdor v'yisaleh v'yisalah shemei d'kudashah b'riachulu. Le'elah min kobrach asah v'shirasah tushbach asah v'nechem asah dam yirah v'yalmah v'yamru amen. Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanon v'al Talmidei Hon v'al kol Talmidei Samidei Hon v'al kol Mondos Kis v'raiso diva asra ha'adem b'di v'cha asar v'asar. Yehei lahon uchon shlomo rabba chino v'chisto v'rakamin v'chaim arichin v'mizanei v'richei u'porkana mikodom abahon yishmaya v'ya'av v'yamru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shamaya v'chaim tovim aleinu v'akol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'ramah hu b'rachamav yaseh shalom aleinu v'akol Yisrael v'yamru amen.